I am committed towards entrenching fish farming amongst our youth in and out of school. And towards this objective, the government has already rolled out the Aquaculture Business Development Program in 15 counties. And together with my colleagues here, we shall be rolling out across the country to launch this project, a project that targets to empower 35,000 households within rural communities in support of food and nutrition security, out of which 11,500 of these will be young people. To complement this pilot project, parallel efforts are in place to transfer aquaculture technology and build the capacity of our youth in schools by establishing aquaponics and learning institutions. Indeed, already 40 schools spread out across our country have benefited from this innovation. And again, as we have seen, the young people are themselves able to build these systems. All we need is to support them financially, and they will do it themselves. Hiyo ndio tunahitaji. The rebranding of the 4K clubs is a response to the need to align our agricultural policies and programs to the dynamics of a fast-changing society, powered by the innovations, creativity, and talents of our young people. There is no question that Kenya enjoys a youthful, talented, and energetic population, which makes it well placed to harness the exciting opportunities on offer in agriculture. We must aim, therefore, to equip our young people in schools and out of school with the skills, the values, the attitudes that will enable them to navigate the complexities of the modern world. The initiative that we are launching today is part of my government's commitment to create new opportunities for young people in every sector of our economy. Dear friends, the agricultural sector represents the single largest and one of the most important platforms for income generation, employment creation, and food security. And indeed, Kenya's economic growth has always been heavily reliant on the performance of the agricultural sector. And the sector has directly contributed an average of 25% of our country's GDP over the last 2 decades. The Enable Youth project, which we are also launching today, is one of the youth-targeted projects that will directly train and empower 10,000 young agripreneurs and create employment opportunities to another 50,000 youth along the agricultural value chains. Indeed, as the young man said here, the project integrates a financing component that will support youth-owned agribusiness and provide Kenya shillings 2.2 billion to finance youth agripreneurs through 3 financing mechanisms, namely 500 million Kenya shillings in interest-free loans to finance youth for startups, soft loans where Kenya shillings 900 million will be committed in the form of low-interest credit to the incubation graduates at a low interest rate of 5%, and the Risk Guarantee Fund, where Kenya shillings 800 million will create a risk-sharing fund which will provide backstopping support to financial institutions as they make available up to 5 billion as commercial loans to agripreneurs. To this end, the first batch of 520 youth will be proceeding for incubation from June of 2021 and will be receiving financing of between Kenya shillings 500 and Kenya shillings 1.5 million each to set up and run their agribusinesses. Today's event is an important milestone in our effort to promote and grow our talent, innovation and technology and agribusiness, especially amongst our school-going young people. This deliberate and targeted intervention will build the capacity of our youth to be at the core of our country's food and nutrition security. The rebranded 4K Clubs model, designed on the platform of this philosophy, complies with the requirements of the competence-based curriculum. It is important to point out that with the revival of the 4K Clubs, the children should not be restricted to agricultural production alone. They should also explore all activities in the agricultural value chains, as well as environmental conservation, and further, the produce from 4K Clubs project should form part of the supplies for the school feeding program, which would be a tangible demonstration of the value and vitality of these projects. So headmasters and wengine mjue kutoka leo mwanze kupanga, mtaanza kununua mboga na vyakula vingine ambao hawa watoto wanakuza, na hiyo ndio itakuwa school feeding. Mkianza kwenda kununua kwa masoko, shauri yenu hawa watoto ndio watauzia sasa. Si ndio hiyo?